Prepare for trouble.
And make it double.
To protect the world from devastation.
To unite all peoples within our nation.
To denounce the evils of truth and love.
To extend our reach to the stars above.
Jesse.
James.
Team Rocket blasts off at the speed of light.
Surrender now or prepare to fight.
Meow.
That's right.
God.
I mean, considering how dangerous Pokemon be, that does sound like the good guy saying rather than the bad guy saying.
Yeah, we're doing Pokemon. We did Pokemon.
We
Fucking Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all.
Copyright strike.
I'm not on tune. It's fine.
Yeah, that sounded pretty in tune.
No, it wasn't.
That was actually a lot better than you normally do.
But, you know...
Fuck off.
But, you know...
What is this? Bum on Seki Day? Oh my god.
But, you know...
That was a compliment!
Seki, you're a failure, and that paper you're about to turn in is probably going to get an F.
Hey, Realm, I want to hear your opinion because you're the one that matters in this room.
I don't really have an opinion here. I'm just here.
Well, he's absolutely tone deaf, too.
I am absolutely tone deaf. Do not ask me for anything related to music.
Or dolphin noises.
Yeah, or dolphin noises, which I am not going to do because I do not, quite frankly, I don't have the energy to do them.
That's such a mood. So, I mean, but obviously, putting the joke aside, we did Pokemon original series, episodes 1 through 12. Staying classic there, Knick-Knack.
Supposedly,
Real
it's
classic.
all one series, and it's all still canon.
So Realm, what is your opinion of Pokemon?
As someone who didn't really grow up with Pokemon, like Knick-Knack and you, Seki, too.
I did not, actually.
Oh, interesting.
I'm the only one here who grew up with Pokemon.
Interesting. Alright then. But yeah, as someone here who did not grow up with Pokemon, I actually like this quite a bit. I don't really understand what my irrational hatred as a kid of Ash was, but all I can say is now that Ash was not the problem here. Misty's the real bitch here.
This feels like a retrospective on Dragon Ball.
I give this a slowpoke out of 10.
Nice.
Is that an approved, an ooh-woo?
That's an approved.
Cool.
I guess I want to go next this time. I was also not a Pokemon child growing up. However, I was a Yu-Gi-Oh child. I didn't watch Pokemon, but I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh, and I played Yu-Gi-Oh, and I never really got into the Pokemon cards either. So it was really funny because Knick-Knack and I watched the first 4 episodes together, and I kept kind of I've seen the first series, and I was like, wait, is that? And I had some of the Pokemon names right, because I know a few of the originals, but I really missed, quite a few of them, honestly. But it's so interesting that through osmosis, I have basically learned a bunch of them and their evolutions. I personally... I'm, torn between an approval and an ooh-woo here, because, this show is arguably at times painful to watch, especially in binge form, but it's such a classic.
I mean, if you
did Pokemon.
I mean, if you were smart and you didn't binge it, then you would actually probably give me more lean this than approved.
Yeah, I guess I'll do. I didn't binge the entire show, so it's an approved. But if I had binged the entire show after those 4 episodes we watched together, it would have definitely been an ooh-woo.
I actually will comment that this show is it actively calls itself out as not being what you binge. Even when the Poke Rap, the Poke Rap always references tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, oh god, Pokemon really reflects the era of Saturday morning cartoons for kids. This is Saturday morning cartoons for kids. I think I have seen some Pokemon as they came out. I think I distinctly remember that. I think when Diamond and Pearl was coming out on XD,
the best Pokemon series,
and they used to play it at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning.
Cartoon Network.
Was it Cartoon? Okay,
yeah, back then it was Cartoon
But
Network.
it was 10 a.m. Saturday morning, 1 episode a week, Cartoon Network. And if I was able to wake up early enough, I would catch an episode. And I think I only managed it 4 or 5 times. I have a fucked sleep schedule, so 10 a.m. is practically midnight for me. But I do have semi-fond memories of watching it. I have seen one of the movies. And I follow a doll customization channel on YouTube that does the Evolutions and Xerneas in custom doll form, which is really cool.
All right, Vorn, dare I ask?
If I was a kid, I could understand seeing myself giving this approve. But also,
But you're not a
I'm
kid.
not a kid.
As a jaded 23-year-old
Yes, because I'm the oldest of us, surprisingly.
old man. As a jaded 23-year-old.
Oji-san.
Oji-san.
I don't actually...
Ajushi.
I don't understand Realm's hatred of Misty. Kind of. Like, I still kind
Because
of hate
she's
her.
such a bitch to Ash for no goddamn reason.
You know
I
what?
feel she does.
I actually kind of get where Realm's coming from, and we're definitely going to get into this in characters.
Yeah.
Because I get it, and it's bringing me flashbacks to, like, Goku and Bulma, and making me rethink that relationship, too.
Like in the later episode. Okay, I'll just keep it brief, just because we'll get to this in the characters. But she softens up on him a little bit. But at the start, she's just a bitch to him for no goddamn reason. That's the short of it.
I'll explain my reason that in characters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I hate Ash. He is an annoying ass bitch. And a criminal.
We had very different watch experiences from you.
I disagree, but you're entitled to your own opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I get it. Because I hated Ash the first time I watched this series, too. Like, and that was a while ago. Like, I could barely remember the first time I watched it, but at one point, I did watch it.
Look, it's basically a Pokemon tradition to trash on Ash, so, you know, I like him well enough. It's not a problem if you don't care for his character at all. And it's not a problem if this kid's show didn't hook you the way you'd like.
Your rating?
Oh yeah, I didn't get mine yet.
Oh, yeah. What's your rating?
It will.
I mean, valid. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
There's some nice parts. It's just goddamn Ash.
I mean, let's be honest
Damn
here.
Ash.
Let's be honest here. The only valid part of this show is Jesse and James.
Oh yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I am
there is no way that James is not gay. There is no way that he's.
I
not.
mean-
My dude, retrospectively, right? Like, in terms of anime series, Jessie might have been my bisexual awakening. Like, that is a hot anime girl. And I did see Pokemon very young when I first saw, like, an episode or
Man,
two.
if you want to see Pokemon spiced up, go watch the manga adaptation of the anime that was drawn by a hentai artist.
Oh God.
Just tell you, like, just by watching those 12 episodes at the start, it was kind of obvious when you realized he's gay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think, has it been confirmed in canon?
No, it hasn't.
I think it's always kind of been hinted at, and it's like he's written to be.
And I don't know if this carries over to the Japanese version as well.
Yeah, at least in the English dubs and the English translations, he's written or rewritten and kind of contextualized into being this very... and here's the thing.
Flamboyant almost.
And here's the thing. It's a very stereotypical flamboyant gay. So it could just be that his character is that sort of thing, and we're just stereotyping.
It could just be the like, isn't it gay coded, or is there a...
Yeah, it looks gay coded, but that also could just be flamboyancy masquerading as gayness, because often when we see flamboyant male characters in TV shows, we associate it with gay because that's the stereotypical portrayal.
To reference an old musical note, is he gay or is he European?
Yes, it's hard to guarantee.
In the weird manga version, they actually confirm he and Jessie were in a relationship, and there's a cursed end panel
Everyone
where,
could have beards.
Well, and then there's a cursed end panel where he's sitting, like, the very final panel of the manga is him sitting with his arm around Jessie with an old-looking Meowth, and Jessie's pregnant.
I choose to believe that they are both incredibly bisexual and just happen to be best friends.
I mean, that's actually probably closer to the truth.
Yeah.
There is a line that hints that it's not...
Yeah, because, like, the two of them are just so flamboyant, and I love them.
Yeah.
But,
I guess my rating...
yeah.
Okay, I grew up with Pokemon. While it is a Pokemon fan tradition to trash on the anime here and there, I still love it. Actually, rewatching it this time, there were parts where I'm like, wait, the fuck? 4 kids dubbed this?
Yeah,
don't
'cause
remember
Rockets-
that?
Well, no, because it's because of sometimes the things they include and the things they say. Because if you look at, like One Piece is so sanitized in the 4 kids. Like, they went so far out of their way to make it, like, sanitized for American children.
Whereas here, there were parts where there were just like flat out censored sex jokes.
Yeah, which does not
Yeah.
really
And
happen.
these probably weren't in the original Japanese version either.
Yeah, because let's be honest here. Not all of the translations here are really that great. I had made a joke, and I will say, so finals week is kicking my ass, so that's your timing cue for when we film this, but finals week is kicking my ass, and I had every intention to actually make jelly donuts. Because I have, onigiri makers and stuff.
We actually got one of those this mission
Yeah,
as well.
I had full intentions, and it just did not pan out, because no. I didn't have the time, I didn't have the energy. I have the ingredients, ironically, I just didn't have anything else.
Yeah.
I mean, we could make jelly donuts right now.
It'd take too much time because I need to make a new pot of rice.
Oh, okay.
And then they have to cool down a little bit, and then I have to make the...
I mean,
It's
burn our
some-
hands!
It's something I should have prepped yesterday, but I had an essay due yesterday that was 4 pages long, plus an activity and a discussion, and I just...
Something we can do next week, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
We'll get to them eventually.
the opening.
I love the... Okay, look, no. This opening is GOAT.
It is.
This opening is GOAT, point
Yes.
blank. Japanese, English, I don't fucking care. Gotta Catch 'Em All is GOAT. No, that's it. No.
It is the most iconic.
This is the anime opening. The in American culture. Every child knows that everyone knows Pokemon and can sing it from there at least a
Gotta catch
little.
'em all. At least it is so goddamn catchy. There's no way you don't at least know one line
To
from
quote
that OP.
this song, I know it's my destiny, Pokemon. GOAT.
Yeah.
Absolute GOAT.
I wouldn't
Yes.
say it's the best, but it's definitely catchy.
It's iconic. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to be the best
Look,
technically.
no one's arguing this is a masterpiece
Yeah,
of
it's-
musical.
It's not. It doesn't have to be the best technically, but it's just iconic
Yes.
to a frankly startling degree.
Saki did not watch this consistently growing
No.
up like I did. But if I were to suddenly just out of context break out to
I
singing
can
it,
absolutely finish that song
yeah.
all the way through. Literally, sometimes we'll just catch ourselves making a joke about the opening song, and we'll just keep it going.
Yeah, we'll just keep it going. Just keep
It also
going.
ends up doubling as the OP, but for our purposes, we should probably talk about the
You mean
the
the
just
ED,
as
you mean the
iconic
ED,
but
you mean
less
the ED.
memorized.
Knick-knack, you mean the ED because you said OP twice there.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
doubles as the ED, but
Yeah,
the less
which is the
iconic,
Pokemon
but
rap.
the just as iconic but less memorized poker rap.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I took a look at that Pokemon rap, and I have memorized some stupid fucking raps in my time, right? I know all of Yakko Warner's Nations of the World. I know the Tom Lehrer's Element song, and a couple other, stupid fucking raps. So, I fully intend someday to at least memorize the original Poke Rap with the original Pokemon. I mean, I can already hear it, I can hear distinct lines of it playing in my head.
The best
Yeah.
ever was.
It has a very distinct cadence to it, because it has to for it to be memorable and that kind of thing. And so certain lines do keep replaying in my head. I really enjoyed it. Also, it's different. They don't always play the exact same...
It's in a set of 5.
Yeah.
So they get... Because Pokemon didn't ever premiere on Saturdays and Sundays, I don't think. It was always Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, so there were 5 versions.
You tune in every day and you get the next piece of the poker app.
Yeah. Which, for brain imprintation on kids.
That said, as the biggest Pokemon fan in the room, I have not memorized it because I am not a Gen 1 original fan. So there's too many Pokemon, so I'm wait, but what about the stuff from Gen 20?
I will say, the most iconic Pokemon sound that I always think of when I think of Pokemon is, "Who's that Pokemon? It's Clefairy!"
Did they do that? Did they start doing that yet?
Well, I don't think so.
did.
But that's the one I think
No, they
of.
haven't started doing
Yeah.
it yet.
But there's the TikTok sound, right? Who's
Yeah.
that Pokemon? It's Pikachu. It's Clefairy! Fuck!
We might get more of that if I ever... Because I might throw this in the hat, but I'm not pushing it. This is not fate. I'm not pushing us through this.
Yeah.
But they do change things up a bit later. They add the Who's That Pokemon, and later they'll also add other endings besides the poker rap.
Yeah. Now on to perhaps the most dated aspect of
The
this
animation?
show.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
it's very dated.
I'm finally okay. Obviously, I am making an over-exaggeration here, but it's so nice to finally have someone else put something into the hat where they can go, okay, take into account this is 26 years old.
Oh no, they're reusing animation like.
'Cause,
oh,
like,
get out.
This animation, like, the quality at times reminds me of, like, early Naruto and One Piece, and I'm just like, oh, my kin.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Did they remake the Pokemon first part?
No, they made a movie that loosely adapted some parts, but then they didn't. It wasn't a remake of the series. It was more of a soft reboot for the movie canon.
I don't think Pokemon's ever just redone a season with better
No.
animation.
Because you
and
guys
stuff.
were talking about the, like, oh, what's that Pokemon? And I remember watching, like, oh, what's that
That
Pokemon
does start the
for, like, the
series,
first couple
But they started
episodes?
doing that in later episodes.
Yeah, so they do
Okay.
that across several series. It's like that. It was like a kids engagement thing. That it was like one of those things they do on TV to get kids engagement. Is who's that Pokemon? We'll tell you who it is after the commercial break, so you have to come
It's
back.
a marketing thing because Pokemon's big thing was you need to look at all these unique creatures. It's not necessarily advertising for the games, but it imprints that it keeps your mind constantly in the show and it takes up your mental space.
Also, the more important part is if you do that, you encourage kids to sit through the ad breaks because you don't want them to miss the reveal when the ad break ends, like they would if they clicked away on accident. I mean, let's be honest. Like, sure, it's a repetition thing, but the real driving force is the commercialism of it.
Yeah.
You know. Also, you know, you have to like market if you have so many Pokemon, you have to market. You have to try to market all of them.
Who's that Pokemon? So interesting for me because it didn't start. The show didn't start with it, but in its own way, it's very iconic to the point where they keep trying to bring it back every few seasons.
Yeah.
Which one?
Who's that Pokemon?
Just who's that Pokemon? I don't know
The
what
The segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a segment that they use to intersplice between the like commercial breaks if you were watching this in like a regular
Yeah.
TV broadcast.
Okay.
Yeah, which makes it really funny when you're watching it on like Netflix or something, and it's just like, who's that Pokemon? 3 seconds later, it's Clefairy.
One thing that I'm probably going to be the only one to comment on here is, oh my god, the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack's fine enough, but there are some remixes of some of the game themes that are actively some of the best things Pokemon has put out whenever they remix a theme from the game. They're really, really good.
And see, this is something, and this is something that if you did not grow up a Pokemon kid, you will not get.
Yeah.
Because, like, preface, not only did I not grow up a Pokemon kid on TV or in the card games, but I also did not own a Pokemon game until college on DS. And even now, I only have one Pokemon game. So, I have zero context for the game soundtracks, which means anything related to the game soundtracks just flies right over my fucking head. Vorn understands.
Actually, the only thing that I experienced from Pokemon was the Pokemon cards that my childhood friend had, and, like, whenever I was over at his house, like, whenever Pokemon was on, and that was it.
Betrayal. Betrayal. Betrayal.
I
Here.
am very, very much, I have no clue what the
Yeah.
freaking heck Pokemon
And
was.
here's the thing. I know
Too
why I
much.
didn't get into Pokemon cards when I got into Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And because Pokemon was just these weird little creatures with stupid descriptions. And I
Whereas
got into Yu-Gi-Oh!
because that's
in-
it had mythological.
Yeah, I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! In Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! Right? When all this stuff was primarily inspired by mythology and stuff from like around the world. So you were getting like the Egyptian god cards and Exodia and like the entire series of black magicians and dark magicians. Like, I did like a weird little Jigglypuff versus fucking dark magician. I know which one I'm going for.
I will comment, there are Pokemon that have a lot of culture. So, you are, because you're a big Egypt person, Yu-Gi-Oh! Leaned into the Egypt thing.
Really heavily in the first season.
Pokemon, if you break them down, some of these actually lean pretty heavily into Japanese yokai.
Some of them do, but I also didn't have the context because I
Yeah.
did watch Gen 1 Yu-Gi-Oh! So I just didn't have the context, so I just didn't recognize the Pokemons and Pokemans. I know that Pokemon is both singular and plural, right? But it sounds so wrong not to pluralize it in English. using it for singular and plural. So I keep wanting to say Pokemans, and I know that hurts you deep inside.
Yeah, yeah.
Because Pokemon is plural and singular.
Yeah.
Because it's short for pocket monsters.
Yeah.
Also, side tangent now, I can more appreciate it because I've actually seen the Poke Rap, the Zubat Rap.
Zubat, 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 Zubat.
Zubat.
That's old. I remember that channel. I don't know if that's even still on YouTube.
It probably is if we looked for it, but yeah.
Someone probably re-uploaded it.
Did I just see a Golbat? No, it was a Zubat.
I think I showed that to Realm when we were in like middle or high school.
Yeah.
Watching this just increases my desire for those Chad Pokemon starter statues. Like, I really want those 4 Chad statues.
Wait, there's statues? What?
Well, there's figures, right? It's a figure.
Okay.
There's figures of all the of most of the Pokemons. You know, if you go to
And
different
then there are
companies.
fan figures that are like...
There's a set of figures. I think there's like 8 or 9 Pokemon included, and is the original starter 3 and Pikachu are included, and they're like buff Chad weightlifting.
Oh,
things.
yes.
Just think
Yes.
about putting Pikachu's head onto those things from Magical Girl Ore's bodies.
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't want Doug Trio because that one's
Doug's
weird.
fucking hilarious.
but I definitely want Charmander, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, and Pikachu.
Yes.
I remember seeing the Pikachu, but I've never seen the rest of them.
They're just basically put them in Pillarman poses.
Yeah, I think one of them even comes with like a separate little set of dumbbells and sunglasses. I think it's Bulbasaur or Squirtle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just get 3 Diglets and just all pose
No.
them like the Pillarman.
No, because Doug Trio actually does that.
Yes.
So Doug Trio is the 3, right? Posed like wrapping over one another.
Yes.
In a
Covering
very
each other's crotches.
It's a very Pillarman thing.
Yes.
That's why I don't want it in my room.
Yes. I want that. I want the Doug
Your
Trio.
mom would be very
Give me the
scared.
Doug Trio.
I mean, I wouldn't want that watching me while I slept. Somebody brought that up to me recently. Is one of my things that I have against. Yeah, like, I don't like Toy Story because I don't like the idea of toys coming to life, but I've actually collected a lot of figures in my room, and I didn't think about it that way because I don't think of them as toys, but one of my friends brought it up to me, and they were just like, there's a lot of eyes on you, you know? And I was just like, ugh. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that.
Will Seki throw out all of her figurines, or will she finally get over her irrational fear of Toy Story? Find out next time on The Anime Club.